Hey everybody, this is Angry Otter, and welcome to episode number 7 of Clash of Clans. We're sitting here in the main base. We're going to do a little bit of a look around, but the primary purpose of this video is to get into the layout manager and to edit the layout. Why? Because I want to start getting my base built up for the Town Hall level 7 that it is. I've got majority of, if not almost all of, the defensive items that I need in order to get this thing going. So what I want to do here, we're going to go ahead and fast forward as I go through the build. You're going to see at the end of this video that I do press save at the very end, at the very last step, and guess what? It didn't save. So I ended up having to go back in and redo everything that I did in this video. I don't really mind it, but that's alright. You know, I kind of enjoy the little base buildup. I ended up going through and creating my own layout. I used one of the external tools at a website and was able to create my own to kind of get an idea of where I wanted everything to be positioned and placed. So the only object, though, that I don't have to be able to put in place is the Barbarian King. But that's just because I'm still really far off, I think close to 9,000 Dark Elixir away from actually being able to even put him on the board. But we're going to get there. Instead, I have a placeholder in position, and the reworked base layout is only slightly different from the current one that you'll see as the end result, but the gist is almost identical. I think the only thing that I did was tweak kind of the outside layer when it came time to it. But we're going to fast forward, and then we're going to kind of touch base on it here again toward the end of the recording and kind of go over a little bit just to see if I can't kind of explain what my thought was when I made this thing, alright? So here we go, guys. Hope you enjoy. Okay, so the basic gist and concept of this whole thing is that basically the outside layer of the base is going to be nothing more than a bit of cannon fodder, right? I don't mind if they start taking down things like my barracks or my collectors or my gold mine or whatever the case may be. The reason being, I want to give them a distraction that's going to keep them away from the actual defenses that are starting to wear them down, because of the fact that the longer it takes them to wear things down within the base elsewhere, the more time I have to beat on the troops that they're putting at my base, right? By doing that, I usually reduce the amount of troops that can make its way to the town hall and lessen the amount of time that they'll be able to kind of get in and, like, say, 100% my base, right? So they might not even get to my town hall, which would be great because then they can't get to a 50% point. So I did some tweaking on this. The end result ended up being that the builder barracks there, the builder's huts, ended up not being on the outskirts like I had done in this design. I ended up putting them and incorporating them into the design itself. There's not a lot of space, I guess you could say, left on the map for them to deploy troops, right? There's a couple of small squares within the walls of the base itself that, if they land on them initially, spring traps. Additionally, there might be other things such as bombs or whatever other traps that there could be. Or it's going to sit there and it's going to have something like a Tesla coil come out of the ground that they won't have seen before, but it's going to be there and it's just going to start zapping them as hard as it can. I have some upgrades still, of course, to do because I'm still fairly fresh to the Town Hall game. I also have a lot of research I got to get done on troops, but that's kind of the gist of it. When you guys see episode number 9 come out, you'll see the actual base that ended up being at the end of the rebuild. So we'll kind of maybe go through it again just to kind of maybe touch base on why I chose to do what. But as far as I can tell, it's kind of a fairly straightforward design that a lot of folks in the game seem to be using lately. It's not for farming, it's kind of a hybrid type of a thing. You know, I want to make sure that I'm not going to get rolled over, but then I'm also not going to be too tough either. It's a healthy balance, right? But toward the end of the videos, you'll see I hit save, and there's no active thing. And I kind of flipped back and forth, trying to figure out why. I kind of was repeating no to myself because I wasn't sure if I really wanted to have to go back through it again, but I ended up doing so anyway. So that's about it for this episode, everybody. If you like, leave a like. If you would like to leave a comment for myself, or if you have a question for myself for the game, feel free to leave it in the comments below. Hit subscribe so you can sit there and keep an eye out for when my videos come out. I've been doing a couple series, and I'm trying to keep a cadence of about 4 per week. But really appreciate everybody swinging by. Hope you're doing well, and we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.